know you had a point to make. I'll come to you right after that. Sumant, this talk that Varun has alluded to again and again, big names may enter the electoral fray, and the emphasis will be in the south. There are reports of Nirmala Sitharaman and Jaishankar both entering the fray. Nirmala Sitharaman maybe from Bengaluru, we don't know, but that's a possibility. There's even a possibility that the Prime Minister himself, though we don't know, could contest a second seat from the south. There was talk of Coimbatore, now there's talk of Kanyakumari. We simply don't know. This idea of big names descending into the southern battlefield, how is it being looked at in Tamil Nadu?
I think this talk has been there for a while, and that big names, and will the Prime Minister choose to contest from one seat in Tamil Nadu besides Varanasi, has been the talk it's not new. I think it's about 7-8 months this talk has been there on and off. But I honestly don't think that likely, because while it could definitely help the BJP by attracting voters in a big way in a few constituencies around it, I'm not too sure if any of the other names, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman contesting, or Jaishankar, for instance, contesting from Tamil Nadu, I don't see that having much of an impact, because again, they come under the quote-unquote the Brahmin lobby of the BJP. The point I want to make is BJP. I think Mr. Shogata said this about moving towards an OBC leadership. The BJP actually moved quite some time back towards an OBC leadership. Whether it was Mr. Pon Radhakrishnan, who belonged to the Nadar community, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, who is now the governor of Telangana, who was the BJP president for a long time in Tamil Nadu, she belongs to the Nadar community. Dr. L. Murugan, who is the union minister now, belongs to the Arundadiyar community, which is a sub-community among the Dalits. So it's not that, Mr. Annamalai is the first OBC face that the BJP has put across. Not at all. The BJP moved away from its Brahmin faces at least a decade ago. But again, the point
in that case, what is the resistance to the BJP? Another friend of mine who's not from Tamil Nadu, who's from another southern state, he said the resistance is not to Hindutva, the resistance is to Hindi.
The resistance is to both. It is to Hindi and it is to Hindutva. In fact, I would say that the Hindutva brand of politics does not really, for instance, the BJP, I feel, has missed a trick here, because they have not invested in the infrastructure of Tamil Nadu as much as they should have. Simple example, Mr. Stalin is going to town saying that for flood relief, the center has not given 1 rupee. And he keeps pointing it out and saying not even 1 rupee has been given by the center for flood relief. And the point about the Chennai Metro Rail project, which the center promised to fund, where the money has not been given. All India Institute of Medical Sciences, many of the aims announced after AIIMS Madurai have been inaugurated. AIIMS Madurai does not have a single, not even the foundation of a single building has been started. So all of this that the BJP did not do for Tamil Nadu, and had they done this, they would have certainly had seen a much bigger surge than to stand with a veil, which is the which is Lord Muruga's emblem, or to go around.
Let me get Madhavan and Sugata
apart.
Madhavan, go ahead.
Thank you, Sumant, for setting me up beautifully, because he gives the context very well. For what I want to mention, 3 things. First of all, I'm sort of amused by Varun praising Annamalai, because Annamalai has a very jerky, chip on the shoulder approach to thinking. And in Tamil Nadu, my contention is that he's not as popular as he might come out in the TV sound grabs.
Why do you say that? He does draw massive numbers online. He draws massive numbers at his rallies, at his Padyatra.
Well, that's the organizational power
he
of RSS.
He will sweep an online poll.
Yeah, the organizational power of RSS is very strong anywhere in the country with its resources, and that is cannot be
I think Varun wants to make a brief interjection, then I'll let you continue.
How do you gauge a politician, the number of people he's getting on ground, and in material where he's getting from, until unless he's buying them out? And if you, in your words, if the RSS has a strong organization over there and they're getting him people, he's popular.
No. Let me come to that.
Many areas of the country, but not all politicians. RSS ke log nahi aate wahan pe. RSS people do not go there.
No. Let me draw an analogy. The Punjab farmers laid a virtual siege to Delhi against the farm bills, but when it came to elections in Punjab, and I would say indeed Haryana, The farmers are not as politically powerful as it seems in terms of electoral fortunes. That's the point I'm trying to make. Rallies are not necessarily a strong barometer of electoral fortunes. That's the point I'm trying to make. That apart, on a more serious note, Barkha, I wish to point out that Sugata mentioned a very interesting point about Rahul Gandhi speaking on values of enlightenment, which doesn't ring true in India. But I think in Tamil Nadu they do, because the Dravida movement fashions itself along, somewhat like the Protestant movement of Europe against, their protest against Brahminism is a lot like the Protestant movement against the Catholic order. So the rationalism that Periyar championed in various forms, shapes, and sizes has trickled down across the board in Tamil Nadu. Today, you're talking about young Tamilians from lower castes like Dalits who are actually working for companies like Amazon and Microsoft. And you have a generation 3.0 of the Dravidian Enlightenment, which is what BJP's biggest challenge will be, because they ask questions on everything from beef eating to what kind of industrialization is needed. And the Dravida model that Stalin talks about is nothing but the Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas implemented with a social justice sauce across Tamil Nadu. And that is a huge challenge for Modi, because people at the end of the day look at their self-interest. So communities like farmers and women are aggressively viewed by the BJP. So some of the constituents, in fact, sometimes I think BJP is the DMK's northern Indian version. If you look at UP and Yogi Adityanath, but I'll have to really give you a very careful demonstration on that.
Yes. Okay, this is very interesting, Sugata. So the strands I'm picking up are the personality, popularity. It was often said the BJP doesn't have popular faces in the South. Varun believes that Annamalai is a phenomena. Sumant and Madhavan are not convinced. But this earlier idea of the BJP as a Brahminical force that could not grow roots in a state like Tamil Nadu, that's gone. I think we all agree, not just about the BJP shift to the from a Brahminical to an OBC party, but also to the fact that elsewhere in India, large numbers of Dalits and tribals are voting for it, have voted for it, and are increasing in numbers that are voting for it. My question then is, where is the resistance? Is the resistance in rationalism that has deep roots, as Madhavan argues? Or is it, as Arun Jaitley used to famously say about Bengal, the Bengali is a cultural Hindu, our challenge is how to convert a cultural Hindu into a political Hindu? Hang on, Sugata, I need to unmute you. Can we unmute Sugata, please?
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned West Bengal, Barkha. If West Bengal was so much left, after 30, 40 years of ruling West Bengal, I think everybody should have been speaking of dialectical materialism there. I don't think that is happening. So even in Tamil Nadu, I think the BJP is targeting a generation after Stalin. I think they're very, very clear. And I think somebody mentioned Annamalai. I did not say Annamalai was the first OBC face. I mean, there were OBC faces earlier, but the OBC faces spoke a very RSS, EGM. The whole thing shifted in the last 3 or 4 years, and it has been a concerted effort of Modi and company to sort of bring about that shift. And it's not, I tend to go with Madhavan and Suman that Annamalai is not extremely popular in Tamil Nadu. In fact, he is responsible for that very big break between the AIDMK and the BJP, where he spoke against Jayalalitha and called her corrupt. So I think Modi is trying to cement those little things today while speaking about Jayalalitha and all that. So he has been there, and the other big person who has ruptured
and the Prime Minister praised Jayalalitha today, and Annamalai was the translator on stage from Hindi to Tamil.
That's the irony. That's the irony. And then the other big disruptor there for the BJP, who is absolutely disliked according to my perception, is the governor. The governor has created so much problem for the BJP there. And one starts wondering, if you look at Ravi functioning the way he's functioning, if the BJP really has a strategy for Tamil Nadu. So
interesting.
So there's a lot of contradictory. Yeah, there's a lot of contradictions there, and the way, but the Rajnikant experiment has failed. Now Vijaykanth passes away, and the Prime Minister writes an obituary, a full-fledged obituary for Vijaykanth. Unthinkable. So hoping that the DMDK base will sort of come into the BJP. So he is looking at a lot of possibilities. The BJP